you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Healing Honey. If it's your first time here, welcome. So let's jump into this topic. One of you guys was asking me about this, and it's a topic that I always kind of avoid when I'm talking to you about celibacy because it is pretty controversial. Does masturbation break your celibacy? Does it break your celibacy journey? And so does it? What do you think? Okay, drop me a comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts on this. I am here to share with you my perspective. And many of you guys know that I've been abstaining from sex for the last three and a half years, somewhere around there. But this topic of masturbation tends to come up because obviously we have sexual energy and we're sexual beings. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. And so I want to start by telling you guys that sex is not wrong and it's not nasty, it's not dirty, but a lot of crazy ideas are floating around in the world. And so I am not on a celibacy journey because I'm against sex. So let's get that straight. Does masturbation break your celibacy? I'm going to answer that from my perspective at the end of the video, but there's some things that I want you to think about. I'm never on this channel trying to tell you what to do. I want you to think for yourself. So that's my goal with this video. All right, there's something I want you to think about. No. Okay. I want to start by saying that you deserve pleasure. Okay? You deserve to feel pleasure. It's not wrong. You're allowed to feel joy, happiness, bliss. And so I see masturbation as an intimate act with yourself. Masturbation, I'm going to tell you obviously from a woman's perspective. When it comes to a man, I can't speak for a man and what is healthy for a man. You have to decide for yourself, and even ladies, right? But there's something about masturbation that can have you feeling very relaxed and obviously aroused. We've all been socially conditioned, whether we talk about like if you're a woman, a man, or religious conditioning. We've been limited in so many ways. And so I want you to free your mind. And instead of what you've been told, what do you think? And it obviously, masturbation, it feels soothing to the body and it feels pleasing to the body. It's going to make you feel real happy. It's fun. And so you're allowed to feel pleasure. That's the main thing I want to tell you. At the same time, you want to be careful not to overdo it because too much of anything is not good, and that goes for anything. You don't want to become addicted to that pleasurable feeling. You don't want to be overstimulated, and like you don't want to lose yourself in this and have it become excessive. So that's the trap when we think about something like lust. If you see masturbation as lustful or anything that's like tempting to you, super alluring, it can become a trap if you get addicted to it and you feel like you can't be happy without it. And so it depends on your perspective. But I would say that if you are going to masturbate, then make sure that you find balance in your life and you're not overdoing it, because you have to be able to tell yourself no sometimes. And there's something really powerful about that. Self-discipline. Celibacy in itself, you do have to be disciplined because there's a lot of temptation in the world. But to me, there's a difference between you touching your own body versus someone else entering your body. Does masturbation break your celibacy? I want you to know that your body is yours, okay? It's your body. So from my perspective, your body is yours to enjoy. You're the soul in this body. You're not going to have this body forever. It's aging. When you're a child, you're not thinking about anything sexual. And when you get much older, you probably aren't either. So there's a certain point in life where your body is craving, just has more sexual desire. And instead, again, of thinking about what we've been told, what does your own intuition and spirit say to you? Because from my perspective, you are allowed to explore your own body. Because especially as a woman, we have been told that our body is just to bear children and that it's just for a man's pleasure. And that how dare you touch or enjoy your own body, which is crazy. And in some parts of the world, they've even decided to, they are so afraid of a woman feeling liberated in her own body, enjoying her own body, knowing her own power, that they've actually done things to like mutilate the body, you know, cut off the clitoris, things like that. Which is really sick and sad. And the more that I think about some of the religious programming, the more I'm just like, the more I awaken to the lies that we've been told. Not to say that all religion is bad, not at all. Like, there's so much beauty and truth and wisdom in religions, but you have to be a free thinker and you have to use your own consciousness, tap into your inner wisdom. Is this even your first lifetime, right? Your soul holds so much wisdom. So we don't want to rely on others to tell us right from wrong. We have to use discernment and go on an inner journey to discover for yourself. That's why I can't tell you, you know, if you're on a celibacy journey, whether it's right or wrong for you. But the way that I see masturbation is it's my right to enjoy my body, to feel pleasure, and to explore myself. What feels good to me? Because if you think about it, I lost my virginity around 18 years old. And you know, you're just like a teenager, you don't really know what you're doing. And why should I have to, like, I don't want to feel any pain during sex. I don't want to leave it in someone else's hands. Like, I have the right to explore my own body. So that's how I see it. Now, you have to battle against like shame that would come up because we're told sex is dirty. If you touch yourself, you're this, you're that. Especially women, you know, you guys, I'm going to let you know that women are called whores, hoes, but men never are. And so who cares like what society thinks? What do you think? Your body is a temple. Your soul is within. God is within. So should you respect your body? Absolutely. Take care of your body. Yes. And love yourself. But you have to decide what this looks like. To me, I see masturbation as somewhat innocent because it's just you with you. Now, if you introduce something like porn, I told you guys before, I'm not for porn. I'm against it because for one, it's intrusive. You're looking at strangers and you're like, it's gross to me. Like, to me personally, this is my take on it, and I don't like the way it makes me feel after. Always listen to yourself. Like, how your feelings are not going to lie to you. So how you feel after you do something is going to tell you whether you're on the right path or the wrong path. So for me, I did feel shame when I used to see porn like years ago, because after I felt really icky and gross and I would close my laptop, like I'd feel ashamed. And it just had my mind thinking about a lot of weird stuff that wasn't coming natural to me. And it's just too dark for me. Like, it's too just hedonistic, or just like, I guess you could call it evil. It's just having me think about it, having me focus too much on sex, like, and it's just not my vibe. But if it's just you with you, then, you know, it's your body to enjoy, to explore, see what feels good to you. You're allowed to feel pleasure. And that's the thing, like, humans have, like, we've been controlled through fear. And so Like humans have been oppressed on earth. So we've been controlled through fear. We've been limited. There's been knowledge about our own selves that's been hidden, and we've been made to, in a way, suffer. And that's why it's about your mindset. You deserve to feel pleasure. It is okay to feel happy. It's okay to feel orgasm, which is like a form of bliss. You're going to shoot to a higher dimension, but it's about your intention. Okay, so that's why I say listen to your feelings. Also, when it comes to masturbation, set an intention, because it is not an act that you want to do unconsciously. Like, you don't just want to be in a compulsive behavior. Like, you don't want to get addicted to it and just do it mindlessly. Like, that's where I think it gets a bad rep, is like, if you're just doing it all the time, you're doing it instead of something else you're supposed to be doing, or you become addicted to it. Or let's say you stop social connection, like, because you're so addicted to it, things like that. Like, that's where it could be harmful. But as far as doing it consciously and setting an intention, it's a powerful spiritual act. Does masturbation break your celibacy? Does it? Pleasing yourself versus having sex, is it the same thing? You are allowed to feel good, especially within your own self. And so why you do it is what really matters. Focus on that. If your intention is pleasure, that's okay. If your intention is love, either for yourself or for another, that's okay. Visualize, because I think that many people would visualize something, or just feel your body as you're doing it, the sensations in your body. Where does your mind drift? And that's why you have to decide. Like, it can be a tricky thing. If your thoughts are turning dark or you don't like how you feel, then stop. There's no really right or wrong. It's such an intimate decision to make for yourself, but you can definitely manifest through your sexual energy. Sexual energy is potent and strong. That's how we got down here, right? Like, that's how you're going to be sent into earth, is because of sexual energy. So it's super powerful. So use it wisely. It's not something to just fiddle around with. Like, so if you are going to engage with masturbation, set an intention to bring something from the spiritual realm into the physical realm. So focus on whatever it is for you that you want to manifest, and it's going to help you picture it. And it's like, since it's such a strong exert of energy, it's going to help you to manifest in the physical reality. That's why it matters what you think about. So protect your thoughts. Focus on something with intention if you're going to do it. So does masturbation break your celibacy? I want you guys to remember that our Creator made everything with intention. Everything is deliberate. So women and men, we can reach that part of our body. Also, sex was created by God. Also, pleasure is a vibration. Like, you're gonna raise your own vibration when you feel happy or when you feel peaceful. And God is the one that created orgasm. Now, I feel like religious folks might tell you, like, might have the perspective that it feels pleasurable because then that's how we're gonna procreate, like, to make babies, so that people can come to earth, because we have to reproduce. So it's up to you. What do you think versus what has somebody told you? I guess, like, that's my biggest thing for you to think about. Also, just know that your sexual energy is your creative energy. There's so much shame tied to sex because of the ideas on earth, and so I'm going to link my video down below on how I healed my sacral chakra. Several years ago, I was experiencing just so many problems like sexually in a way with my sexual energy, because there was so much shame tied to sex. Like, we're not taught about sex, and if you are lucky enough to learn about it, a lot of times it's through religion. So we're told it's bad, don't think about it, don't do it, all these things. And it can create blocks in your sacral chakra, which is tied to your pleasure, your happiness, your creativity. It's tied to your relationship with your mother. And so you're created in the womb. There's nothing wrong with sex. Your sexual energy is beautiful. It's it's creative, it's feminine. And we've been oppressed socially. So if men created religion, let's just say this, okay? Just think about this for a second. I'm not saying all men, I'm saying some. And they wanted to control women, really control everyone on earth, but women specifically, and control the womb, control your mind. Then we were told it was bad. Like, oh, Eve is bad. Eve has to suffer through childbirth. Is that true? Oh, you have a period because you're bad. If you're too sexy, if you're too beautiful, if you're too powerful, you're bad. You're a whore. You're this, you're that. Do what I say. You're a man's property. Your body is to produce my offspring, and that's it. I'm going to cut off your clitoris if you try to masturbate while I'm away from home. Like, these are the things that have gone on in the world. Straight up. And so take your own power back, but do it in a healthy way. Not to be rebellious, not to, but just, it's literally to feel happy. Like, does masturbation break your celibacy? Ask yourself why you're celibate. In that video I made about how to start a celibacy journey, the first thing I told you guys was you have to decide why you're celibate. If you are making a vow to God, if it's a religious journey for you, that's amazing. Then maybe don't masturbate if it goes against what you believe. It's about your own heart, your own spirit. What does your self say to you? And is it what you think, or is it what you've been told? Why are you celibate? And then you're going to be able to see. Me personally, you guys, does masturbation break your celibacy? Absolutely not, in my opinion, because to me, celibacy is not having sex with another person. Celibacy is not the absence of pleasure. I'm not suffering through celibacy. I'm freeing myself through celibacy. I'm healing myself through celibacy because I'm having discernment, and I'm granting myself a chance to embody real self-love, self-respect, and I'm not going to engage with sex unless I'm in a high-level commitment or marriage where I truly feel in love with someone and it's the right person, that my heart speaks that this is the right person for me. Then I'll engage in sex. And so I'm not under rigid rules. I'm not under restrictions. I'm letting my own soul govern me, and I'm being guided by my higher self, by God, by the universe, and I'm being blessed every single day. My path is protected. Spiritually, I'm protected. I'm awakening every day. So this is my perspective on it. And you have to decide for yourself what's in alignment for you. We condemn ourselves or we liberate ourselves. It's your own consciousness, because God is within. So decide what's right from you, decide from your heart, from your spirit, and it's okay to be like strong with yourself, disciplined, a little bit of tough love with yourself, which is why I even embarked on a celibacy journey. It was like, oh no, I gotta cut out the crap, like cut off things that don't serve me. So be honest with yourself. At the same time, it's okay to feel happy, right? So sex is not bad, it's not evil. It's okay to feel pleasure, and it's a bit of self-indulgence. So see it the same way you see chocolate cake. Should you be eating chocolate cake every single day? Probably not, because it's unhealthy for you. It can turn gluttonous. You could overdo it. And so for me, even from a religious standpoint, what we consider sins or not, it's just to help us on our own journey on earth. Because it's like a warning that you'll fall and you'll feel stuck And so that's why we want to strive to find balance in life. A bit of joy, a bit of happiness, that's okay. And you're going to know if it's right or wrong for you because of how you feel. Your feelings won't lie to you. They're speaking to you and they're revealing to you what's inside. So listen in, listen to your body. But know if it's coming from love or fear. Are your feelings coming from a space of love or fear? So if you're going to engage with masturbation, do it from a place of self-love, self-exploration, tenderness, gentleness, no shame, love, sensuality, enjoying yourself, enjoying your own company, knowing that you're powerful and you have the power to please your own body. And that's okay. And that's a gift. Be in a state of gratitude. Set healthy intentions. Set an intention to attract true love, wealth, prosperity, peace in your life, peace on earth. These are the type of intentions you can set when you're going to do something so powerful, such as masturbation. Don't engage with masturbation, in my opinion, if you're feeling in a low vibration, fearful, afraid, shameful, dirty, like you're bad. You have to work on your mental state first, because if you do it in that type of state, it's just going to not be healthy for you, and you're not going to feel good about it, and you're going to be mad at yourself. So that's when you would want to stay away from it. So that's why it's important to decipher within your own self what's best for you. All right, you guys, so drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video. I'm sending you so much love and power and healing on your journey. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.